picture this. You're observing a male seahorse in an aquarium when suddenly his belly starts convulsing. Violent contractions. And then boom, hundreds of fully formed baby seahorses explode out of his body like an underwater confetti cannon. Wait, his body? Yeah. The male just gave birth. Not the female, the male. And before you think this is just males carrying eggs in a pouch, let me stop you right there. In 2015, researchers sequenced the seahorse genome and found something that should be impossible. Male seahorses produce prolactin, the same hormone that triggers milk production in pregnant mammals. They produce the fish version of oxytocin, the labor hormone. A 2016 study found their brood pouch shares more genetic similarities with a mammalian uterus than with any fish egg structure. The males aren't holding eggs. They have a functional womb. They nourish embryos through blood vessels, regulate the environment, provide immune protection, and go through actual labor. And this isn't some rare oddity. All 47 seahorse species do this. Every single one. For the last 25 million years, male seahorses have been getting pregnant. So yeah, evolution looked at millions of years of females get pregnant and said, not anymore. How scientists figured this out. Now, seahorses have confused humans for literally centuries. In 1681, Italian scientist Filippo Bonanni thought seahorses emerged from sea foam. Just poof, spontaneous generation. No parents needed. It wasn't until 1792 that Dutch anatomist Peter Bottert dissected seahorses and discovered the swollen pouches were on males. But even he got it wrong, assuming males were just carrying eggs on the outside like some kind of underwater babysitter. The breakthrough came in 1870 when British zoologist Arthur William Buckland actually watched the mating process. He saw females deposit eggs into male pouches and babies emerge weeks later. But he still didn't understand what was happening inside. The modern understanding came in 2002 when researcher Camilla Whittington at the University of Sydney used electron microscopy on pregnant male pouches. And what she found was shocking. The pouch interior had placenta-like structures with extensive capillary networks delivering nutrients and oxygen to embryos. Not external brooding, actual internal pregnancy. And the most recent breakthrough was in 2022 when Chinese researchers discovered that male seahorses suppress their immune systems in the brood pouch during pregnancy, exactly like pregnant mammals do to prevent rejecting the fetus. Male seahorses independently evolved the same mechanisms that took mammals millions of years to develop. The male pregnancy apparatus. Let's talk about this brood pouch because calling it a simple pouch is like calling the human uterus a bag. The complexity is insane. The pouch is on the male's belly, formed by two folds of skin that seal completely shut. A 2015 micro-CT scan study revealed the interior is lined with specialized tissue containing blood vessel networks at a density of 3,000 to 5,000 capillaries per square millimeter. For comparison, the human placenta has 2,000 to 3,000 capillaries per square millimeter. Male seahorses have more vascularized pregnancy structures than humans. These vessels are arranged in structures called trophonemata, Greek for nourishment threads. They're the seahorse equivalent of placental villi, and they actively transfer nutrients. A 2016 tracer study showed males transfer calcium, amino acids, lipids, and even antibodies into developing embryos through their blood supply. The males are literally feeding their babies, just like mammalian mothers. But here's where it gets even crazier. The pouch environment is regulated with extraordinary precision. When eggs first enter, the internal environment matches the female's body fluid, about 60 to 70% seawater salinity. But over pregnancy, the male gradually changes it to 100% seawater salinity by birth. A 2017 study measured this osmoregulation across multiple species and found males do this by actively pumping ions across the pouch lining using specialized transport proteins. They're gradually preparing babies for life outside the pouch by changing the fluid composition. It's like a decompression chamber, but for salt water. The mating ritual. But before pregnancy happens, seahorses have to mate. And even that is bizarre. Seahorses are monogamous. A 2007 study tracking pot-bellied seahorses found 82% of pairs stay together for entire breeding seasons, and some pair for life. And they don't just meet and mate. Every morning, pairs perform a greeting ritual, that lasts 5 to 10 minutes. They find each other, change to bright colors, and do a synchronized dance. Research published in 2003 found this daily ritual strengthens pair bonding, synchronizes reproductive timing, and lets partners assess readiness to mate. When both are ready, the real mating dance begins, and this can last hours. A 2011 study documented sessions lasting 2 to 9 hours. The pair swims in elaborate patterns, rising through the water column repeatedly, changing colors dramatically. Then, at the crucial moment, they align vertically. The male opens his pouch, and the female inserts her ovipositor directly into it. The egg transfer takes 6 seconds. 6 seconds to deposit anywhere from 50 to 1,500 eggs depending on species. And here's the key part. As the female deposits eggs, the male simultaneously releases sperm inside his pouch. Fertilization happens internally, inside the male's body. This is true internal fertilization, extremely rare in fish. Most fish release eggs and sperm into water and hope they meet. Seahorses guarantee fertilization by doing it inside the male. What happens during pregnancy? Pregnancy duration ranges from 14 to 28 days depending on species. During this time, embryos undergo complete development. They start as 1 to 1.5 millimeter fertilized eggs. Within 48 hours, they have visible eyes. By day 5 to 7, beating hearts. By day 10 to 14, they're fully formed miniature seahorses. And the male's body transforms. A 2015 hormonal study found hormone profiles remarkably similar to pregnant mammals. Prolactin increases 400 to 600%. Cortisol increases 200 to 300%. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, surges right before birth. Males become less active, spending more time anchored to seagrass. They eat 30 to 50% more frequently to support pregnancy. Their metabolic rate increases 50 to 80% during late pregnancy. They're burning significantly more energy just maintaining the pregnancy. The birth process. Now the truly wild part. Male seahorses go through actual labor. A 2006 high-speed video study documented it in detail. When ready to give birth, contractions begin. The male anchors his tail, bends backward, and starts rhythmically pumping. Contractions start at 2 to 3 per minute, then intensify to 5 to 10 per minute during active labor. Each contraction involves the male violently arching his back, forcing the pouch open, expelling babies in bursts. Birth lasts 30 minutes to several hours depending on brood size. Line seahorses birthing 100 to 200 babies take 30 to 60 minutes. Pot-bellied seahorses birthing 600 to 1,000 can take 2 to 4 hours. And males show exhaustion afterward. A 2011 behavioral study found that post-birth, males are inactive for 2 to 6 hours, resting on the bottom. Their breathing rate stays elevated for hours, indicating genuine physical exhaustion. Some researchers observed what looks like pain responses. Males thrash or display erratic swimming during birth. While whether fish feel pain like mammals is debated, the behavioral indicators suggest birth is at least highly stressful. Why males get pregnant? So why did this evolve? The answer is still debated, but research points to several factors. The leading theory is role reversal through sexual selection. A 2007 evolution study found females can produce eggs faster than males can complete pregnancy. In pot-bellied seahorses, females produce eggs every 2 weeks, but males need 3 to 4 weeks for pregnancy. This creates a situation where females compete for males, the reverse of most species. Another theory is paternity assurance. A 2012 paper suggested that by accepting eggs directly and fertilizing them internally, males know with 100% certainty these are their offspring. Genetic studies confirm 0 cases of extra-pair paternity in seahorse broods. A third theory involves environmental constraints. Seahorses live in seagrass beds and coral reefs with strong currents. Releasing eggs and sperm into water risks losing them. Internal fertilization ensures success and protects embryos. And a 2018 genomic study found seahorse pregnancy evolved 25 to 30 million years ago in the common ancestor of all modern seahorses, pipefish, and sea dragons. This has been tested and refined across millions of years and hundreds of species. the immune system solution. That 2022 immune suppression study deserves more attention because it's genuinely fascinating. Pregnancy creates an immunological problem. Developing embryos have genetic material from both parents, meaning they're partially foreign tissue. In mammals, pregnant females suppress immune responses in the uterus to prevent attacking the fetus. Male seahorses do the same. The 2022 Nature Communication study found males downregulate immune genes specifically in brood pouch tissue during pregnancy. They identified MHC pathway genes that are significantly suppressed during pregnancy but not in non-pregnant males or other body tissues. This localized suppression allows foreign embryos to develop without attack. Unlike anglerfish who deleted immune genes entirely, seahorses just turn them off temporarily in one location. It's an immune-free zone in the pouch while keeping full immunity everywhere else. This prevents vulnerability to infections while allowing pregnancy. And this suppression is triggered by hormones released during fertilization. When eggs enter and are fertilized, embryos release chemical signals telling the male's pouch tissue to suppress immune responses. It's sophisticated cross-organism communication. The numbers that matter. Let's talk actual reproductive output because the numbers are staggering. In the line seahorse, Hippocampus erectus, females transfer 100 to 200 eggs per mating. In pot-bellied seahorses, 600 to 1,000. In big-belly seahorses, Hippocampus abdominalis, over 1,500 eggs. But survival rates vary dramatically. A 2009 study tracking wild-born seahorses found that only 0.5 to 5% of released juveniles survive to adulthood. The vast majority become prey within days of birth. This means a male releasing 1,000 babies might only contribute 5 to 50 adults to the next generation. And because seahorses can breed multiple times per season, males in tropical waters might go through 3 to 6 pregnancy cycles per year. A 2010 aging study using otolith growth rings found some females live over 5 years in the wild, with captive seahorses reaching 7 to 10 years. Over a lifetime, a single male could potentially birth tens of thousands of offspring, though only a tiny fraction survive. The conservation catastrophe. And this brings us to the dark reality. Seahorses are in serious trouble. A 2016 IUCN assessment found at least 14 species are vulnerable or endangered. Some populations have declined 50 to 90% over 20 years. Male pregnancy makes them more vulnerable. A 2013 study found that because males are pregnant 3 to 4 weeks at a time, and seahorses breed year-round in tropical regions, 50 to 70% of adult males in a population are pregnant at any given time. When fishermen catch seahorses, often as shrimp trawl bycatch, they're not removing one fish. They're removing one male plus potentially hundreds of embryos. A single trawl can eliminate thousands of future seahorses. The traditional medicine trade is devastating. An estimated 20 to 30 million seahorses are caught annually for traditional Chinese medicine. A 2019 trade analysis found the most targeted species are those with longest pregnancies and smallest broods, meaning they can't reproduce fast enough to compensate. Habitat loss compounds the problem. Seahorses depend on seagrass beds and coral reefs, both declining globally. A 2020 assessment estimated 30 to 50% of global seagrass habitat has been lost over 50 years, directly reducing seahorse populations. What this means for science. But studying seahorse pregnancy has revolutionized our understanding of reproductive biology beyond just seahorses. The male pregnancy system has revealed fundamental principles that apply across species. A 2017 study on seahorse pregnancy hormones contributed to understanding prolactin's role in pregnancy. Finding it in male seahorses showed the pregnancy function of prolactin evolved independently multiple times, suggesting it's a fundamental biological mechanism. Research on osmoregulation has implications for human kidney development. Fetal kidneys must develop salt and water balance regulation before birth. Studying how seahorses change pouch environment has given insights into developmental systems preparing offspring for environmental transitions. And seahorse studies have advanced understanding of monogamy evolution. Because seahorses show true genetic monogamy, with DNA confirming pairs remain faithful, they're model systems for studying why monogamy evolves, with applications to understanding human pair bonding. Conclusion. So there you have it. From thinking seahorses spawned from foam in 1681, to discovering males give birth in 1870, to finding placenta-like structures in 2002, to revealing immune suppression in 2022. Male seahorses with functional wombs, pregnancies with hormonal changes and labor, births lasting hours leaving males exhausted, and 47 species doing this for 25 million years. What seahorses prove is that reproduction, something we think is fundamental and unchangeable, is actually incredibly flexible. They took female pregnancy and moved it entirely to males while keeping every essential mechanism intact. Placenta-like structures, hormonal regulation, immune suppression, labor, everything. And this challenges our assumptions about sexual dimorphism and parental investment. We assume females invest more in offspring because they get pregnant. But seahorses flip this completely. Males invest enormous energy, and females compete for males. So next time someone says something is biologically impossible or against nature, remember the seahorse. Because nature doesn't care about our assumptions. It only cares about what works. And male pregnancy has worked perfectly for 25 million years. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, if evolution can make male fish pregnant with functional wombs and labor contractions, it can probably make anything happen given enough time and pressure.